Hello and welcome back to CTR Part 14. We're still doing repeats as we are going through Hot Air Skyway.
This is the last one.
The final race for the Purple Gem Cup, which will allow us to unlock Fake Crash versus an arcade mode. I will not be doing the arcade cups in order to unlock all the different battle arenas because no, that's just more repeats. The story mode is sufficient, damn it.
Meanwhile, we must track down Fat Man. Make him fall down. Funny face.
Do you think that Papu Papu is actually a good leader of his tribe?
Well, he's the biggest one of them all.
Yeah, but I don't think that, well, given how tribal cultures work, you know, in the ancient world, like pre-1700, that probably means that he has the most power, but does that actually mean that he is, you know, the best suited for leadership?
No, just like how the almighty Talus and Invader Zim aren't necessarily the best leaders, they're just taller than everybody else. I love him.
And does Zim still defer to their decisions because they're so damn tall?
Yes. Zim pledges absolute fealty to the almighty Talus. And their incredible height.
So if that's the case, why is he so much shorter than everyone else?
Because
would his disguise actually be better if he was just slightly taller than all the other kids in school?
Well, that's yeah. You raise a good point right there. Zim is so short to convenience his infiltration of the human race.
But it's not a convenient thing, honestly, because since he's so short, he ends up having to deal a lot with a lot of, you know, kid-related problems that are significantly different than what his faction is comfortable with dealing with.
Stupid, smelly, stinky humans. I could never do Richard Horvitz. That man has no voice anymore. He is just Sim.
Well, no, he's also Billy.
He is also Billy, but Billy unfortunately sounds a lot like Zim too.
Yeah. I love the Destroy Us All, the Destroy Us All meme. That is so fucking funny to me.
The Destroy Us All meme?
Yeah.
Which meme is that? Refresh my memory.
Alright, so there's an episode of The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy where Billy ends up seeing a prophecy of the human race getting destroyed by an incoming alien force. Thing is, no one actually believes him, and so in order to reinforce his belief, Billy spends the rest of the school day just screaming at the top of his lungs, "Destroy us all!" And then during lunch, there's a brief break where he's actually communicating with the lunch lady, and then he goes, "I'll have the chicken, please." And then he just goes back to just screaming at the top of his lungs, "Destroy us all!"
The Cryer's got to eat too.
Yeah.
Okay, that
and
is
there we go.
funny.
We have successfully You'll notice that there isn't actually a second place podium here. For some reason, Komodo Joe's here, but second place is not.
Yeah, and he wasn't even the one who was doing better. Papu Papu was in second like the whole time. What, wasn't he?
Congratulations.
I don't know. I wasn't looking at the scoreboard. Fuck the repeats.
It's not important. It's not
important.
All right, we got all the gems.
Yeah, we got all the gems, so now we can start with the relic races, starting with Turbo Track.
Oh boy.
At least this isn't a repeat. We have a single racetrack before we start doing repeats.
Wow.
Now,
this looks cool.
Yes, Turbo Track, and much like its brother Slag Coliseum, are actually based on realistic, quote-unquote, race courses. However, that's not the important thing. The important thing is that we are officially doing our first relic race, so I should go over what the gimmick on relic races are. You'll notice while you're driving through these courses that there are these boxes with numbers on them. These are time freeze boxes. What they will do is they will actually freeze the clock for exactly the amount of time that's on it. I think 3 is actually more than 3 seconds, given how many goddamn clicks it's got, but yeah. Brake slide!
Now, you don't have to get every box in the game, but what is the bonus? What is the benefit for getting all the boxes?
If you successfully collect all of the time boxes, what will happen is that you will, well, one, you'll have a pretty goddamn fast time, assuming that you actually do the race confidently throughout the course. But more importantly, if you collect all of the boxes, you get a 10-second discount on your time.
10 seconds. Yeah, I knew it was a discount. I just wasn't sure how big the discount was.
It's a 10-second discount. It's very important to getting platinums, goddammit. But you'll see that it's not as important as I make it out to be.
Well, you're gonna need that 10-second bonus now, I would say.
Yeah, sure I will. Yeah. I'm not foreshadowing anything ominous. No.
We're gonna get the
relic. I mean, this is our first relic race. Surely it's going to, just give us probably Sapphire to say, "Hey, you actually did a relic race. Good job, man."
Well, you're not gonna get the 10-second discount now.
I'm most certainly not gonna get the 10-second discount because I don't actually do the race that competently. I'm power sliding through optimal paths as opposed to diverging out into each of the 3 lanes that are rather obviously set up. There are like 3 lanes dedicated to these to the time stop boxes.
Yeah.
Time crates, as Aqua calls them.
Time crates. Hit each and every time crate, and you will make me very happy.
Or I can just score the platinum with a normal run. That works too.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Slide Coliseum and Turbo Track both have very easy platinum relics to obtain.
It's the least they can do. I mean, it only takes freaking forever to unlock them in the first place.
But after each time that you successfully acquire a relic, you have to sit through the podium scene again. I mean, you can skip these, but I show it off here.
There are no other competitors. This was not really a race. It was more like a time trial, of course.
It was a time trial. That's what the relic races are. They're time trials with a gimmick.
Can you be better than yourself? Of course, that is the fact of life. Next question.
Will you be able to make more Rockstar computer games?
No, because Grand Theft Auto already is dominant franchise. Next question.
How many plastic guitars are you planning to sell us this year?
None. Next question.
Is Red Dead Redemption 2 going to have significant microtransactions inside it?
Red Dead Redemption 2 will let you buy totally not chronological order party hats in place of cowboy hats and pistol shooters replaced with pop guns. In fact,
how much are these items going to run the average consumer?
For an additional fee, we can also replace all guns with the game with little hands in the shape of guns going bing bang boom with human voices.
Time crate you break will freeze the clock.
That's actually an interesting mutator. Damn
Low
it.
enough time, you will be awarded a relic.
Oh yeah, there was. Oh god, which game was it? There was one game where if you go into the sound menu, I'm pretty sure it's a cheat code, but you can go into the sound menu and replace all of the gun sound effects with human voices going bing bang, pew pew pew.
That is something that sounds like the pre-2000s gaming era.
It might have even been Time Splitters, in all honesty.
It could have been Time Splitters. Time Splitters, I've not actually played Time Splitters still, so
then
I'm not entirely sure.
You need to know the glory that is gunning people down while playing as the snowman.
Can I just get the similar experience playing UTO4 again?
So snowman is not very appealing to you. How about gigantic gingerbread man?
I don't want to go through the Shrek 2 shoot 'em up section. Crash Cove is one of the relic races I ended up having to do several times because I really wanted to get platinum in Crash Cove. I don't think I do it here, but I eventually give up on and just settle for gold because I'm not actually good enough at Crash Cove specifically to to get platinum here.
I think it's a very natural inclination to at least expect to do best on the earliest levels. For example, I remember that when I finally did a time trial of the first level of Crash 3, I knew that was going to be a piece of cake because it's literally just a corridor. There are no forks in the road. There are, few hazards as it is, so there should be no problem getting all the way through. It actually took a couple tries.
No, but you still did end up with gold, right?
I got platinum in that level. Actually, I got
sweet.
I got platinum because I went back with the running shoes. Always go back with the running shoes.
You've earned a relic.
Now, you don't need the running shoes to get platinum in certain levels. Specifically, any of the ones where you're not honestly grounded all that often, you can get platinums without the running shoes, but it's still difficult. And I thought for sure I was going to get a platinum at Roost Tubes, and no, I don't go for it. Jump cut, though.
32 boxes.
God damn it, I keep doing that.
Be sure to hit at least one of the boxes when there are 3 all inside. That way you can use each of your laps in order to get each of the boxes.
In theory, at least.
I'm not sure why I keep talking with this accent.
Hey, pretending to be Russian is actually fun.
Pretending to be Russian is very fun.
They're a very hardy people.
They do their best, or they spend all the rest of eternity in Siberia.
And Siberia sucks. So, would you like to see CTR get a sequel?
You realize, you do know what they would do if they made a sequel of CTR at this point, right, Gerda?
They'd probably end up just sequelizing Nitro Kart, and I don't want a sequel to Nitro Kart. Nitro Kart sucks. The level design is not nearly as good as this.
They'll sequelize Nitro Kart and they'll put in all of the stupid, unimportant characters that they introduced since the classic Crash games.
Well, here's the thing. I'm okay with them including all the superfluous villains. That's fine. Expand the roster as much as you want. I just care about the track designs, honestly. The track designs and the game mechanics are significantly more important than the roster. You still do need a diverse roster, sure. I'd be disappointed if Coco was gone, but I'd be willing to sacrifice Coco for decent level design and a functional and fun game mechanics.
Yeah. I'm also trying to think. They would have to add at least like 1 or 2 more dimensions to the gameplay.
Honestly, I would hope that they would do the double dash thing, but they wouldn't because they already tried that with tag team racing, and tag team racing's double dash system flat out does not work.
It was a failure.
Very much a failure. And in the next part, we will continue on with yet additional relic races.
And we will continue.
I don't know why I decided to do Sewer Speedway last in this arc, but I did decide to do Sewer Speedway last in this arc.
And we will continue to make stupid fucking impressions of people who have different accents than Americans.
That is because we are just partially racist,